Hello, beautiful souls. I'm in this wonderful park today with this little stream, a creek, and they're restoring this creek to enable the salmon run. So they're making it back to what it would be when it is wild again. And it's just the most lovely trail with this very gentle little trickling waterfall over this log. So I thought I would share something with you today from this location because many people are saying they love the connection to the trees and to the great outdoors, to Mother Nature. So I'll find a spot to sit and see what wants to come through today. I'm back home again because I didn't find a spot that felt quiet enough for me to record from the great outdoors, but in time I will find my favorite places here and hopefully some trees that really call out to me, and I will share some more wisdom from the trees as I settle in. Today it is the Council of Nine who are here to come through, and I believe they're going to be talking about love and what the new love will feel like in the new world, unconditional love. So we'll see what comes through. Greetings, beloveds. Greetings from the love and light of all that is. Greetings from the Creator as we come before you in joy and delight, and we say to you that indeed, as your world is falling apart, you could say, and so much is happening, we want you to know that much of it is the vestiges of the old playing out. There are explosions, events of massive impact that are not all natural or simply something that happened. There is much resistance to the evolution of humanity at this time. And what you are seeing is this resistance, the forces that have held you back, held you prisoner, you could say, in many ways, doing all that they can to distract you from your evolution at this time. For you see, beloveds, they know that humanity is going to succeed. And we say to you, as we have said before, you have been at this cycle of time, this 0 point opportunity, many times before, when the forces that have held you back succeeded in keeping you from your ascension. However, this time, humanity is successful, and it was deemed that you would have more support from the other realms of existence, from those who watch over you, to be able to ensure your success. For at this point, beloveds, it was no longer that humanity could not find their way back to the light, but that you were being interfered with, and there was resistance that was keeping you from achieving this level of ascension that is now available to all. And so we say to you, much of what you are seeing is that last battle, you could say, by the forces that will do everything they can to keep you from your light, to keep you from fully integrating these energies. And yet, the energies are here. And so for the humans who are finding their way and integrating the high frequencies and choosing ascension and intentionally living to achieve their greatest evolution and their expansion, to those of you we say, your success is guaranteed. And so, even though it looks like there is great turmoil, and this will continue in this year of 2020, because that's some clearing as I yawn, because of the volatility of the planetary alignments that encourage this shift, that come to support this change, then you will continue to see in this year of 2020 much turmoil, much hardship, some of it coming from the people in a way that is a natural rebellion against what was, some of it being created from other sources, other forces, and some of it the natural part of the dissolving of the old 3D energies and stepping into the higher frequencies of 5D. So even though we told this one that we are going to speak of love, we also want you to know that what looks to the outside as so much lack of love in the world, we want you to know, dear ones, that it is stemming from a place of love, from a place that is supporting humanity. We want you to know that your team is alive and active. And there are many things that happen behind the scenes, you could say, that are in support of humanity. However, it must use the higher level of discernment, the overview that it has to know the perfect timing for what is revealed and what is held back. So even though many of you are waiting for what you know to be true to be revealed, for example, it could be alternative energy sources, many alternatives that the technology is there, and yet it has not been brought into your experience yet. We want you to know that those who are supporting humanity are using their wise discernment in how and when things are shared. So do not become discouraged and feel that your team is not there supporting you, for indeed it is, and yet it has the broader perspective. It has great wisdom in knowing what to share, what to withhold until the time is right. So you could call it divine timing for everything that is unfolding. And so for you, beloveds, we want you to know that it is very important to be patient, to trust and know that all is unfolding in the highest possible way for the success of your evolution, for the success of your ascension at this time. We want you to know that as this one is yawning, she is clearing the energies of what is happening at this time. She is clearing the cobwebs of despair and disillusion from those of you who are so ready to be of service, to step into the new world, to see the new unfolding. And yet there is clearing and, as we said, divine timing that must happen in order for this new world to find its legs, to find its anchor, to find ground that is solid so that it won't be shaken off course and that it won't tumble and fall just as it is doing its work to become anchored. So with that, we would ask this one to offer some light language this day to continue in this clearing, for as she tunes in to the mass consciousness, to those who will be listening to this message, there is great clearing that wants to happen. There is a sense of discouragement and despair that she is being invited to release, to shake up, to release, to allow, to unstructure itself from yourself through now the light language so that you may find your own foundation, find your own legs underneath you, find your solid structure within you, so that you can go through these times with the inner knowing that you are succeeding, you have already succeeded, so that you can stand strong in the knowing that you are witness to all that is falling apart, but you are also the solution to the new earth that is becoming behind all this destruction, all this dissolution, and all this despair that so many are feeling. Okay. With that, I give my thanks to the Council of Nine for being present. I really did not expect all this clearing to happen through the yawning and to be feeling this. So now I will call upon the Ancient Ones. I have to make this video a bit shorter today, so I want to call upon the Ancient Ones and bring through the light language to help us to anchor firmly into the knowing that all is well. We have succeeded in our evolution. We have succeeded in our ascension. And we are going to make it through to the other side. The sun will shine again. Yakla ichkna atwa I maktaka ichkna atma I alwachkna na. Hitka achwa e ikna. Tuchka I lawa ichkna atwa mikna atwa na. Michku cha cha na imakcha imaktaki ichnai o ikla achkna atwa e ina ma ichkna atwa I aktk atwa ni imachka I otna miktaka atwa e chkanai o ichkna atwa e I ala ichkna atwa e ichkanai yeah. Do and I, my, and one and I, na, ni, and I, and oh, and I, even now, na, ni, and I, and I, and I, and I, uta, hey, tu, tiwa, even and I, and oh, and I, me, ana, ubada, atwa, I, achkana, I, aloa, achkana, atawa. Atko ichai katwa e I anamaka. Achakaya no ikana alawa e ichkana no na ni na. Ichkano ichkana na na. In the beginning, they were changing the program within us, very robotic. And as everyone was in the line and as one was cleared, they stepped aside and turned around and offered that same clearing and healing to those behind. And then very swiftly it changed into softening. And each one of us was soft once again and standing in our own internal light. And then we became a circle facing each other so you could look over into the eyes of a fellow light worker regardless of where you looked. And then we created a torus field, and there was a huge pillar of love light in the center, a pillar of the divine white light of the Creator in the center, and we formed a torus around that. And at one point I felt like we should come together, and then I realized that this torus, in a sense, was a light of protection for us, so that we were looking through this pillar of the divine as we looked upon each other on the other side of this circle of light that we created. So we were a circle of light around the pillar of light of the divine, and we as well were encased in this divine radiant white light. So I trust that that is going to support you at this time, and please share this with any people who you feel may be struggling at this time and feeling that things are a bit hopeless. I really didn't expect for that to come up today, but I trust that because all this clearing was happening and this is the guidance that was received, that there are many who are indeed feeling that way at this time. And so this was for all who are feeling that and experiencing that, and then the light language is lifting us up out of that, as all that despair was deprogrammed and the beautiful love light that is our divine birthright was then anchored in. So I will see you soon, my friends. Thanks to all of you who share with me what you receive from these videos and who like and subscribe. I am deeply grateful for your support, and I look forward to being with you soon.